Hello everyone, welcome to the 11th week of your lesson in Salaries and Wages Management. So for this week, we will talk about merit rating. I repeat, the topic for this week is about merit rating. So what is merit rating? But first of all, I would like you to take note of the following learning objectives for this week. And first one is after the lesson, you should be able to discuss the various terms in merit rating. And then second, you should illustrate merit rating programs. Third, you should analyze the development of managing employees. And lastly, illustrate the measurement of merit rating. Okay, so what is merit rating? So based on your experience, so from the moment you went to school and throughout your schooling, you were rated by your teachers for sure, or professors to determine your comprehension. Di ba nagkaroon sa klase ninyo, yung nire-rate kayo ng mga teachers ninyo sa mga performances ninyo sa iba't ibang fields o sa iba't ibang subjects. Okay? So, yung pag-promote, your promotion ninyo into the next level. So, for instance, grade 5 kayo and then for you to be promoted to grade 6, okay, dapat makapasa kayo sa lahat ng mga subjects ninyo. And ibang dahilan din kaya kayo nire-rate o binibigyan ng grado is to identify kung pasok kayo sa list of honor students, di ba yung mga ganon, yung reason, it is for those reasons kaya nagkakaroon ng rating, okay, or performance rating sa school. And then, sa business and industry din, employers are exerting effort to determine also, okay, the applicable facts about employees. And from these facts or applicable facts, this is their basis. I mean the employers. This is the basis of the employers to give rise, okay, to your pay, to your salary, and to promote you at the same time. So in business, or industry, or in employment, employee rating is very very important. Okay? Kasi dito binibase ng mga employers or the company or the administration on what to do to you. Okay, as for if you will have an increased salary or if you will receive a promotion and so on and so forth. All right? So, merit rating. So, merit rating is defined as the use of judgment in interpreting the observable facts assembled. So it can be a service rating, an efficiency rating, an employee appraisal, and performance rating. And merit rating is unorderly. So it is orderly. It is systematic method of appraising an employee's performance in the job in terms of the requirements of the job. Or in other words, in simpler explanation, merit rating is also known as the performance evaluation. So I repeat, it is systematic. Okay, it is systematic process for measuring the performance of the employees in terms of job requirements. So you are measured, your performance is measured based on what your job requires. Okay? So, doon kayo nire-rate. Dapat. At hindi sa isang bagay, hindi porket best friend nyo, yung boss nyo, o kaya kumare nyo, yung supervisor nyo, o pinahiram nyo ng pera, yung supervisor nyo, yung boss nyo, doon naman na magbe-base, doon naman na, yun naman ang magiging basis for your performance rating. Hindi dapat ganun. It is performance rating should be based on the job or the terms of your job requirements. Okay? So, for instance, you are the head of the department. Ano ba yung mga duties and responsibilities mo as a head of the department? So, doon ibabase yung rating mo as an employee. Alright? Hindi porket parating mo kasama sa okasyon, yung rater or yung magre-rate sa'yo, yung boss mo. So, sinabi ko na yun kanina, okay? So, the basis of your performance evaluation or your performance rating is dapat based on the terms of your job requirements. So, a merit rating is a score that each state assigns to employers based on their employment stability and employee takings. But then sometimes companies have their own template, okay, of performance evaluation. Basta hindi siya lalayo sa kung ano yung nire-require ng, let's say, gobyerno or the regulatory agency of the government na template or format ng performance evaluation. Okay? So that is merit rating. In other words, it is the performance evaluation. Okay? So what are the objectives or the purposes of merit rating? It is first to assess the work of employees in relation to their job requirements. Ayun na naman. So, assess the work of employees in relation to their job requirements. Okay? So, second is to consider employees or workers for promotions, transfer, layoffs, etc. Ayan, yung isang importanteng function or purpose or objective of merit rating. It is the basis of the company or the employer to promote, to transfer, or to lay off the employee. Okay? So it is to help in wage and salary administrations and taking decisions about incentives and increments to be given to workers. So yan, basis din kung ano ba dadagdagan yung sweldo, itataas yung sweldo, mabibigyan ka ba ng incentive, bibigyan ka ba ng reward, mga bonuses, yan. Okay, when it comes to monetary rewards, nagiging basis din yung merit rating. Okay, and then fourth is to know the problems faced by workers while doing various jobs and helping in planning suitable training. Yes, in performance evaluation, meron ding mga areas kasi doon, halimbawa sa question, na malalaman mo yung mga strengths and weaknesses of the employees. Okay? Yung what are mga questions like, what problems did you encounter for the last 6 months? Mga ganon. In the company. So you will be able to find out through this performance evaluation or through this merit rating what are the struggles, okay, of your employee also. Okay, his strengths, what are his weaknesses, okay, what are his positive mga positive feedbacks and negative feedbacks as well na meron siya. Then from that, you will be able to assess also yourself or the company as a whole kung ano ba yung pwedeng baguhin, ano ba yung pwedeng i-enhance, ano ba yung pwedeng panatilihing mga policies, okay, yung mga kung may kailangang i-develop pa, so mga ganon. Okay, and then last is to another objective of merit rating is to help supervisors to know their subordinates more closely for increasing their efficiency and improving productivity. So it is related to the previous one. Okay, and then productive employees are the lifeblood of every business. So if through the merit rating or performance evaluation, malalaman mo kung sino ba yung mga productive na mga employees mo. And take note that your productive employees are the lifeblood of every business. Okay? But, may sabi dito, how do you assess their performance levels? So, do they understand your goals and expectations? So, are they meeting their personal objectives? In every company should continually monitor and evaluate their employees. Okay? So, it's not because they are your productive employees ay isa-set aside mo na sila when it comes to performance evaluation or merit rating. No. Whether that employee is excelling or whether that employee is performing poorly or whether that employee is doing averagely his job or his work, pantay-pantay dapat you have to evaluate their performance. Okay? And then there are ways to quickly gauge or to quickly measure performance and ensure your organization is on the right track. Or there are methods to measure the performance of your employees. Gauging performance. We have, of course, through their punctuality. Okay, alam natin yan. Are they always late? Do they come on time? Do they come early? Chatter. Punctuality. It's through also their quality of work. Okay. Kapag ikaw ba may binigay na kapag may dinelegate ba na trabaho sa kanila, do they submit it on time or do they submit it earlier than the due date or the deadline? And then hindi porket nag-submit ng maaga ay hindi na chine-check yung ginagawa. You have to check it kasi may mga taong mabilis lang talaga magtrabaho but when you check on the quality of their work, hindi naman siya high quality talaga. Okay? So, quality of work, employee efficiency. Is your employee doing good? Okay. Is he efficient? Okay, observe his personal habits. Okay, observation of personal habits, the behavior of your employee, okay, his demeanor, his attitude, check on his attitude, okay. Review personal presentation, carry out a client survey. Okay, you can do survey to your clients. May mga companies or may mga industries na ganun. Before the clients leave the office or leave the company, merong survey form na binibigay sa kanila and they will answer. And sometimes on the survey form, pwede silang maglagay ng halimbawa pangalan ng employee who treated them well during the transaction in the office or in the company and kung sino naman yung employee who have maltreated or mistreated them. May mga ganong mga companies or industries, okay? And then carry out random checks. And it is good if the random, hindi naman always, okay, random. It can be regular in the sense na once a week pwede kang mag-check, physical checking. Okay, on the offices, in your company, and on the employee himself, pwede kang mag-check. Pero random, meaning, let's say, mag-check ka once a week. Pero huwag mong gawing every Wednesday na lang. Kasi malalaman na ng mga empleyado yan, ay mag-check si ma'am every Wednesday. So, kapag every Wednesday lang nila ginagawa yung best nila, or nagtatrabaho ng maigi, or every Wednesday, wow, perfect attendance. Kasi alam nila na mag-check ka. So, randomly, yung without announcing kung kailan, yung anytime nandyan ka na lang nasusulpot, and Parang gan, stuff like that. Okay? And you can check there is di ba sabi natin kanina, one way to check or to gauge the performance of your employees is to check to know about their punctuality. So employees who regularly arrive late for work or are frequently absent from the office and are unlikely to be, sorry, it was covered. Okay, their performance, unlikely to be meeting, okay, their performance objectives. Of course, if that employee is always late or regularly late, yung efficiency niya is mababawasan. So, hindi na niya mamimit yung nire-require na performance niya sa kanyang trabaho. Okay? So, punctuality can be a factor in the employee's inefficiency or in the employee's delivery of service. So, magiging non-efficient siya kung ganon. So, check on the quality of work of the employee. So, the timely completion of projects to the desired standard is a key indicator in measuring employees' performance. So, is your employee meeting all the deadlines that you are setting? So, if not, always nalilate sa output niya, that is an indicator, okay, of your employee's performance. So, what does it mean? Kung parating late yung kanyang output, yung parating hindi niya natatapos yung kanyang deadline in time. Okay, so quality of work. So, there is a saying here that punctuality is the soul of business. Okay, when we speak of punctuality, kasi hindi lang yung pagpasok sa trabaho. Okay, pati yung punctual ka ba sa pagsasubmit mo ng output mo? Okay, punctual ka ba sa mga ibang bagay? Okay? So, observe personal habits. Observe your employees' personal habits. So, perpetual bad habits, always bad habits can detract from employees' performance. So, this may include indulging in office gossip, taking unauthorized breaks, etc. Okay, watch out for your actions when you are at work. So, do you like to gossip? Okay, do you like to, parang pag sa school sana, skipping from class or escaping from class. So, yon, check their attitude. So, a bad attitude will often mark itself in disobedient behavior. So, again, this is an indicative of an employee unlikely to be meeting their performance objectives. Okay, bad attitude is not good in the working environment. And then you have to review personal presentation. So most companies operate a professional dress code appropriate to their industry sector and company culture. So if you are working in a school, you are a teacher wherein we were told so many times that as teachers, we are role models. So how is your professional dress code? Okay? Makakita naman na yung kaluluwa mo and the students will be looking at you from head to toe. Ay nako. Okay? So, be decent when you present yourself, not only to your students, okay, to other clients coming to the school, for instance, if it's a school, or kung kumpanya naman, ganon din. Appear to be respectable and dignified. Hindi naman ibig sabihin na bumili ka ng pagkamahal-mahal na mga damit so that you will be professional in your outward or physical appearance, hindi naman ibig sabihin na ganun pagka mahal-mahal na mga sapatos, not like that. But at least wear decent clothes na yung wala namang masisilip sa'yo, wala namang masasabi sa'yo, yung mga clients nyo o mga tao. Okay? Especially that kung alam nila kung saan ka nagtatrabaho, you are carrying the name of your company. Okay? Pag dumaan ka, ay, lalo na pag teacher, uy, yun yung teacher ng ganito. O, yun yung empleyado ng ganito. So, hindi lang sarili mo yung binibitbit mo kasi. It is also the prestige of the institution where you are connected with. Okay? And then carry out a client survey. This one is also important. Okay, carry out client survey. So a positive response from clients means that your employee performance is meeting or exceeding your expectations. Just a simple survey will do. O before you leave, bago po kayo umalis, pwede bang pakisagutan po itong survey form na to? So may mga may mga checklist, may mga i-check sila doon, may sasagutan sila ng maikli, mga ganun. Okay? And then carry out random checks. Yung sinabi ko kanina, so the random nature of the checks can motivate staff to put in a consistent performance. Kasi hindi nga nila alam kung kailan ka mag-check, kaya nga random eh. So walang araw, walang fix na araw, walang fix na oras, so walang fix na location kung saan ka pupunta. So, every day they will be prepared or they will be preparing themselves to be checked by you as the boss. Okay? So, those are the methods or the ways in engaging the performance of your employees. Okay? And then, we have merit ratings. Others would be the merit ratings methods and understanding. So it can be done through ranking. So ranking. So a man is compared with all others, or the employee is compared with all others without considering any specific factors. That is ranking. And then grading. So the performance of the employees is evaluated against certain grades such as poor, good, very good, excellent, or outstanding, satisfactory, or unsatisfactory. We also have the method, okay, in rating your employee graphic scales, the graphic scales method. So performance of an employee is evaluated against certain specific factors. So for example, 5 degrees or scales are established for each factor and each degree is defined. Later on, I will show you images of this or pictures of this one for you to easily understand it. And then we have that man-to-man comparison. Okay, so man-to-man, an employee is compared with another employee. So certain key personnel are selected for each factor, which may include initiative, leadership, dependability, safety, and the rest. And we have the checklist method of merit rating, wherein this is to reduce bias or prejudice of the rater. May magre-rate, okay? By the way, in giving merits, okay, sa performance evaluation, it depends on the may instances na yung employer o yung companies kumukuha siya ng mga magre-rate, mga raters sa kanya na magre-rate sa mga employees niya. So where are we now? We are on the checklist. Okay, this is to reduce bias or prejudice of the rater. So the merit rating under this method is actually done by the HR department. Okay, so the supervisor simply reports the performance of the employee by putting yes or no against a series of descriptive phrases. And then we have the forced choice description method. So forced, because it is forced, it is done, okay, in a way that there is a forced selection, forced to select a statement from a pair of statements. True both may be applicable or unapplicable to him. So there are two statements and the rater is forced, okay, to select a statement from a pair of statements. So there are two statements only. So the rater, whoever he is, okay, is forced or must select one. So kung ayaw niya halimbawa yung dalawang statement, he must still choose one from the two statements. Okay, that is applicable of course to the employee. He is giving merit, right? And then selection of critical incidents. So an act or conduct of an employee during crucial or critical circumstances is recorded by the rater. Okay, so you observe your employee during crucial or difficult times or critical times and he is being observed by the rater. Okay, and then forced distribution method. So forced to maintain balance as poor 10%, outstanding 10%, good 30%. So forced distribution method. What are these ba? Okay, grading. Oh, this is how it is done. Okay, it is in the form of a graph. Alright, so ano ba yung performance dito ng employee? So most likely is in the average, okay, level of performance grading. Okay, graphic scale or rating scale, yan, pwedeng poor, fair, oh, ganyan. And then paired comparisons, man-to-man comparison. Okay, so employee A is being compared to employee B. A is compared also to employee C and D. And then B, yung mga ganon. So, comparing one another. Checklist. Yung mga checklist. As simple as that. And then forced choice description method. Okay, so we have the criteria, regularity on the job, and ito yung sinasabi ko na ang sabi doon kasi sa table 2 statements, but actually 2 choices. May 2 choices lang kung saan yung rater pipili lang siya. Pipili siya ng isa. At kung ayaw man niyang pumili, dapat napipili pa rin siya. Ito yung parang extreme choices ito kasi most to, least ito. Yung sasabihin ng rater na hindi po pwedeng sa gitna, walang gitna na choice Kaya dapat pumili siya. Okay? So, example for this one, regularity on the job. So, always regular. Hindi naman most regular Hindi naman least regular Nasa gitna Pagsasabihin ko, halimbawa ako yung rater, hindi pwede yon. Pumili pa rin ako ng isa. Ano ba yung mas malapit sa gitna? Sa sagot na yon. Okay, so mga ganon. And then selection of critical incidents. Okay? So, yon. What is the attitude or how is the performance of the employee during crucial times or critical times? Alright? And then we have the forced distribution method. Okay, forced distribution method. For instance, when it comes to, let's say, performance of your employees, this is all your employees, okay, number of employees. Okay, let's take for instance, how overall, in general, how are your employees performing? So, halimbawa, meron kang 50 employees. So, only 10% of them are excellent. Then, the 20% is good. 40% average, 20% is below. So, in general, ang performance ng employees mo, lahat-lahat sila overall is average. So, anong gagawin mo dito? Yun ang ibig sabihin nitong forced distribution method. Okay? So, kung ito halimbawa 10% ang poor, anong gagawin ko dito sa 10% na poor na employees na to? O ano namang gagawin mo, ano namang if you are the employer sa 10% din na to from your employees na excellent. Okay, yung poor employees, shall I lay off them? Shall I ask them to resign? Yung mga ganon. Yung below average, shall I bring them to seminar workshop para ma-refresh yung knowledge and skills nila, something like that. Okay, so with this methods of merit rating and the ways of gauging your employees, actually when you put them together is really a great help to the company because yun, malalaman mo kung ano yung mga problema na meron sa kumpanya, kung ano yung mga problema ng mga employees mo, kung ano yung mga dapat i-improve. So, yun. So, mapapaganda yung service ng isang company pag ganon. Okay? So, the effects of merit rating on pay. So, ano naman yung maging epekto? Halimbawa, merit rating, kung mababa o mataas man yan, ano yung magiging epekto sa pay na natatanggap ng mga employees mo or yung mga expenses dahil sa pagbibigay mo ng rise in pay sa mga employees mo, for instance. So, a number of companies use it as guide or basis for promotion in pay. So, mataas yung performance evaluation, of course, magkakaroon din ng rise in pay or promotion in pay. Others use it only as a device for checking whether the workers or employees are going downhill so that remedial measures could be instituted. Kagaya ng sinabi ko, malalaman kung may mga problema at kung ano yung mga dapat ayusin o i-develop, gawin para mabawasan yung problema or hindi magiging malala yung sitwasyon ng kumpanya at saka ng mga employees o yung mga department na may problema, okay? So, it is also used to assess employees' loyalty, service, potential, and others. And others use it to determine whether or not an employee has the capabilities for promotion to a new position, transfer to another department, or reassignment to another division. Alright, so pwedeng maging basis ng hindi lang promotion sa position, pero balasahan sa kumpanya. When we say balasahan, hindi ibig sabihin na if a fire out, i-terminate. Hindi naman ganun. Yung change of department, magkakaroon ng yung babalasahin o kaya change of areas, change of department, yung mga ganun. Reassignment to another department or division. Ayun. And then some companies use merit ratings as an aid in selecting employees for special assignments in training such as attending a development program. And not only this one, malalaman ng kumpanya kung sino ipapadala niya sa mga particular meetings, particular seminars, or trainings, ganon. At hindi lang yun, malalaman din nung employer yung areas kung saan magaling o skillful o kung saan nag-excel yung isang employee. At saka kung malalaman niya through this merit rating or performance evaluation, kung malalaman niya kung aling area magaling yung isang employee, dun niya ilalagay, ganon, or dun niya gagamitin. Okay? O marunong ito sa technicals, o dadalhin ko sa technical division, o marunong ito sa money matters, o dadalhin ko sa business section, yung mga tipong ganon, okay? O marunong ito sa PR, okay? Personal relations. So, siya ang bahala sa promotions and advertising ng kumpanya, yung mga tipong ganon, okay? So, it can be used also to point out employee weaknesses so that he can work to overcome them and their strengths so as to further hone and capitalize on them. Okay, so those are the effects of merit rating or performance evaluation on the employee and on the company. Okay, so that's it for this week, and I hope you got something from our discussion. And of course, for your requirements, please refer on your modules. So what was written there, and just wait for my notification or announcement in the GC which requirements you're going to answer. And if you have anything to ask or to clarify, please do not hesitate to do so. We have several platforms on that, okay? And it is always best that if you have time, if you're available, come to school for a face-to-face consultation. Okay, that's all for this week. So God bless everyone. Remember to keep safe and stay healthy.